Hi y'all! I'm Chelsea with Rose and Rose, and today I'm going to show you how to make the cups for your basic stitch bikini. The cups are custom fit, so you determine what is the correct amount of coverage for your ladies. Some people like them to be fully covered, some people want to show them off a little more. However you feel sexiest. That's what we're going to make today. To get started, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need your yarn. Duh. The yarn I'm using is Yarn Bee's Comfy Classic. Your yarn should have quite a bit of stretch to it. There are some recommended yarns in the pattern, or choose a yarn that helps you to meet gauge and that you feel comfortable with. You're also going to need a hook to help you get to gauge. For me, that is a 5mm USH hook. And lastly, you're going to need a stitch marker. You're going to need one that can clasp on and off of the stitches. We're going to be marking the middle stitch of our arched rows, and that's going to form the tip of the triangular cup. Your cups are based on your breasts. So to determine our chain length to start with, you are going to need to measure from your nipple to underneath your breast. That may require you kind of lifting them up a little bit and getting under there if you have larger breasts. For me, I simply show you with the string here. Take the string, hold it up, nipple to breast, give it a slight tug. It's about that long for me. We're going to do that with the chain, and I'll show you again on the table, but that is the length that you're going to be going for. So grab your materials, grab your breasts, meet me on the table. All right, guys, so here we are on the table. We have our yarn, we have our hook, and we have our stitch marker. We're going to begin to make that chain, the length of which is determined by your measurements, your nipple to underneath your breast. So go ahead and start by making a slip knot. And then you are going to chain a length that when you hold it up to your breast, it measures from your nipple to underneath. I already know my measurements. Mine is 12 stitches. But you need your chain number to be even because we want an odd number of working stitches, which I'll explain in just a second. So maybe you want to start with 5 chains, 10 chains, 15, depending on how large your breasts are, and then begin to hold it up. When you find a good length, make sure it's even and meet me at the end of your chain. Okay. So I have 12 chains in even number, and that's going to give me an odd number of working stitches because I'm going to begin my first half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So when you're ready, go ahead and start half double crocheting down, but pause before you hit your last stitch. So for me, that's going to be 10 half double crochets. This yarn has a tendency to split very easily, so try to avoid pushing your hook inside the fibers. All right, so I'm gonna split that one. There we go. So I'm going to recount because my anxiety extends into all aspects of my life. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half double crochets. And we have 1 stitch remaining, 1 chain remaining. In this chain, we are going to place 3 half double crochets, and we are going to mark the second of those, which is the middle stitch. That's going to form the top point of our triangular cups, and it's going to grow on the sides by 1 stitch on each side. So let's put the first half double crochet, the second half double crochet, and I like to stop there and mark it. And then the third and final half double crochet in that last chain. All right, so now we have 10 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets in the 11th stitch. We want 10 on the way back. So you are going to place 1 half double crochet into each of these bottom rows on the opposite side. So I'll show you this stitch. Nope, not here. You already have 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then into that 10th one, it's kind of like at the base. So here we go. Number 9, and the last one goes right here at that base. Okay, so now we have 10 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets in the 11th stitch, and 10 half double crochets. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to go back the way we came, and we're going to keep doing that, chaining 1 and turning to form the arch of our cup. The next row is the repeating row that you'll use for the rest of your pattern. So what you do is place 1 half double crochet in each stitch until you reach your stitch marker. You'll remove that, place 3 half double crochets in that stitch, marking the second of them, and continuing down. Your cup is growing by 2 stitches, 1 on each side of the stitch marker. So if you are like me and counting is your best friend to help you make sure you're not making any mistakes, you should have increased by 2 each row. So you can like add 2 before the 3 that you're putting into your half double crochet. So I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I have 11 stitches before my stitch marker. I remove that. In that stitch, let's place 3. 1, 2, stop and mark. 3. Now I should have 11 stitches on the way back down to make sure that I'm right. So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By Jove, 11. We did it. Sometimes you might have to play around with the fibers there to get under both legs. 11. All right. So now you just keep doing that. Chain 1, turn, and go around placing 3 half double crochets in that marked stitch. It's gonna kind of curve and poof out, which is great because you want to fit your breast right snugly in there. To know when you're done, just hold the cup up to your breast. When you feel covered or you look in the mirror and you're like, dang, the girl, that's so sexy. That's when you're done. You can finish off and make the second cup, or you can start right away making the shell border. I like to finish off first because I hold both the cups up, make sure I like their size. They're about the same. They don't have to be if your ladies are sisters and not twins, totally fine. But I just like to hold them up, make sure I like how they look, and then I start the shells afterwards, but totally up to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. It's really simple, but sometimes, I don't know, I feel like the simplest things can be the trickiest. I hope this video tutorial helped you. Please, please, please tag me, Rose and Rose, and use the hashtag #BasicStitchBikini in your cups. If you're looking for further tutorials for this bikini pattern, maybe to line your bikini or to see how to do the shell border on your bottoms, go to my blog knittingtipsy.com and you can find the tutorials there. Thanks guys so much. I hope you enjoyed and looking forward to seeing your sexy bodies in bikinis. Bye y'all.